Here is where it all starts. The Washington Wizards are not good.
NBA champs?
No chance of that happening.
I'm gonna put some money down in Vegas.
On the Washington Wizards, huh? Well, I saw Bad Santa over the weekend, so I'll quote that. Wish in one hand, shit in the other, see which one fills up first. So, Bradley Beal apparently is available. Here's what Woj wrote. As the Wizards season spirals, the franchise has started to deliver teams an impression that every player on the roster, including John Wall and Bradley Beal, are available. Washington's preference remains to reshape the team around Wall and Beal, but poor play among key teammates is limiting their trade value and paralyzing the Wizards' efforts to make meaningful changes to a roster that no longer appears functional. So here's the important part. Washington had hopes that Otto Porter and Kelly Oubre could be centerpieces, but not really working out. So here's the crux of this entire clip is I went through the internet and I tried to find any trades that would be suitable for both parties, mainly revolving around Bradley Beal. Let me make this very clear. Bradley Beal, like Kemba Walker, deserves better. I need to be very clear about this.
True.
I would love to see even both of them team up and go to a playoff team. Personally, I think I tweeted this earlier today. My own opinion is I would love to see Bradley Beal go to a team. The Houston Rockets are always gonna be there because they need that one more player. And I'm fine with it, I guess. What I'd love to see is him go to like a Utah or a Toronto. We agree that the Lakers are key, but right now they can't really trade for him, at least yet. So some of those teams is who I'd love to see.
You talking about them teaming to go to these teams, or maybe just
Bradley Beal? Just Bradley Beal. The Philadelphia 76ers is another team.
This would put Toronto. And by the way, I think Toronto's in a great position as far as they're not flying under the radar because they're good, but they're flying like just below the surface under the 76ers and the Celtics. But they're actually, I don't want to go too far.
They're the number one team in the East as we shoot.
Yeah, they're awesome, right? And then but that's the position to be in. But you get someone like Beal, you might get a spotlight put on you.
Can you just imagine having Kyle Lowry and Jonas Valanciunas and Pascal Siakam and Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green and Bradley Beal? I mean, come on. We're talking about a team that could knock off the Celtics in 6 or 7 games. Okay, so here's some of the ones that I encountered. Bradley Beal going from the Wizards to the Rockets for Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker, and Marcus Chris. Not one that I love unless you throw in a few first-round picks, which I'm sure they would, as they've already been prone to do with the Jimmy Butler trade when they threw in 4 first-round picks. And even Minnesota was like, nah, we're good.
And then what would we do? I mean, I hear you, and I like as far as making a trade successful that way, but like, is he gonna get his touches on a team like that? It's tough, man. You got a ball-dominant James Harden.
Very true. Would he want to play with James Harden? That's another good question. I say yes. I think he just wants to win, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move forward. The Miami Heat have been in discussions about acquiring Bradley Beal. This would also be, as I saw it online, a few first-round picks thrown in return. But Josh Richardson is a really young, good player, thriving player, has worlds of potential. And then Goran Dragic, what did you say?
Lost his shoe.
Lost his shoe. So he's shoeless Joe Richardson, and Goran Dragic would be another one. And then if you want to switch them up, this is another one that I saw, Justice Winslow instead of who was that? Josh Richardson. Bradley Beal, here's the Wizards and the Raptors. This is a lot to give up, but I still think that it would be good. If they were to give up Danny Green to make the money right, CJ Miles and a young player like OG Anunoby. Here's the other thing, real quick, and then we have one more. Actually, I'll just do this. The Philadelphia 76ers, Wilson Chandler, Markelle Fultz, and Zaire Smith, you would get young players with years, so that's important. So, real quick, let's go back to this Raptors one super quickly. So, we know this about fanship, which is fans don't like giving up the young kid who has worlds of potential for the established guy. I went back and forth in finding stuff that's like, would you rather give up Anunoby or Siakam? And the resounding answer was neither.
Yeah, no. But when it's young kids who've established themselves, whenever
No, they haven't. That's the thing. They've like kind of established. They're like 50% there.
Yeah, to the point where you know what they can do and what their role can be. They just got to finish that development. If it's just a young kid coming in like, oh, we've seen him in college, looks great. That's where it's tough. As far as I'm concerned, as far as wanting to keep that young kid, I'd rather the established NBA player. But when you got two guys and your building blocks are in place and they're fitting well, you don't want to shake it up.
Alrighty, let us know your thoughts. YouTube.com/CYT Sports. You know what's my favorite song? You could ring my bell. So do it, why don't you? Ring the damn bell and download the TYT app, available on Android and iOS.